Welcome to your weekend news, unfair and unbalanced. I'm the Based X, and this is the a la Gaybar edition. On April 15th, a Patriots Day rally was held in Berkeley, California.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Berkeley Antifa, and by any means necessary, got the ever-living shit kicked out of them, as freedom-loving patriots chased and beat them for over half of a mile. Now, we can't stop winning, boys. There was one incident in which Antifa could be said to have scored a win. They attacked an innocent man with a metal bike lock, who was only trying to keep things from getting violent. Here's the video.
What are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna do? Hey, back the fuck up, bro. I'll treat you like a man. Personal property. That's what you want, right? You go right? You go.
I'm filming you.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt you.
Because you have a mask on. Oh, shit.
Hey. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, shit, he's bleeding. Yo.
Weaponized autism is some powerful shit. And within days, the bike lock attacker was identified as former SFSU professor Eric Clanton, who now teaches at Diablo Valley College. Confirmation of his arrest is still pending, but he has 2 strikes already, and 7 counts of attempted murder could put him behind bars for life. Here's hoping. Clanton was identified in the few moments of video where the bike lock attacker was visible by comparing pictures of Clanton unmasked at rallies and by combing through social media to find physical similarities. One of his friends posted on Reddit that Clanton was definitely at the scene. Nothing is beyond our reach, you dirty hippies. Antifa threw explosives, smoke bombs, attacked innocents, and left their violent, glass bottle throwing polyamorous waifus to get their shit wrecked. Now, let's be clear. It was throwing glass bottles at people, as this photos from Reuters clearly shows. She was pushed to the ground, got back up, punched a man, and got its shit wrecked. Now, I don't condone violence against women, but communists aren't people. Hell, they're not even dog tier lives. So let's watch that again. Oh damn! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Now, how many Nazi scalps did she come away with? 0. Polacks, on the other hand, did come away with some of the most disgusting solo masturbation porn that they have ever seen. I mean, seriously, girl, wax that Bigfoot pussy. And Daddy must have been proud about how you handled that hairy situation and how you recovered with a close shave with near death. Now, this is your daughter before college. This is your daughter on college. There is a Kickstarter event to raise $45,000 for this girl because getting your ass kicked for being a violent cunt isn't the right kind of social justice. And here's a screen cap of the video where she claims that her nose was cut. Well, cuts heal after 2 days now, you bigots, and communists have the power to send their injuries to disappear in a gulag. The world is straight up tired of Lil' Kim's saber rattling and posturing, and it is time for a change. And not the kind of change that Kenyan presidents bring. No. 3 more warships have been sent to the Korean Peninsula. And we told you to knock that shit off, Kim. Now, there are several political reasons why we might not strike North Korea. The most significant being that Russia warned the U.S. against another Syria-style strike. This is the geopolitical equivalent of a pissed-off Chad being held back by his bros, because, well, he's gonna wreck a dude so hard that there will be criminal charges.
Huh? What's up? What's f***ing up, bro?
Vice President Mike Pence has stated that the era of strategic patience is over. He met with the acting president of South Korea, as well as staff members and their families at the U.S. Embassy there. When asked by the media if he had a message for North Korea, Trump had this to say. Steve Stephens shocked the nation when he live-streamed the murder of a 74-year-old man on Facebook after his girlfriend of 3 years had broke up with him. The old man is unknown to Stevie Steve, and a brief conversation had occurred between the victim and the killer, where Stevie told the man, "Can you say Joy Lane? She's the reason this bout to happen to you." The old geezer stammered for a moment, and he said, didn't know nobody named Joy Lane. And then he was shot in the head. A 3-day manhunt ensued before Stevie Steve decided that he'd have some nuggets and fries from a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. TMZ reported that the employees called the police after recognizing him and told him that his fries weren't ready in order to try and delay him. Well, he drove off without the fries and then ended his own life following a 2-mile pursuit with the police. If the employees were really smart, they would have held on to his nuggets instead of the fries, because you better believe that he would have stuck around for that 20-piece. Turkey passed a referendum with their 18 amendments to their constitution, changing the government from a parliament to an executive presidency. Not only will the winner of the 2019 election be able to appoint a vice president, judges, as well as other high-level officials, but he will have the power to dissolve parliament. The people that voted for this are the same kind of people that we keep importing into the West, because a few leftist votes today are totally worth all of the gays that will be thrown off of buildings in the distant future. Yes passed, with 51.4% of the vote, and the Supreme Electoral Council also allowed non-stamped ballots to be counted. At 1.5 billion ballots were unstamped, and as many as 2.5 million ballots may be fraudulent. How could this possibly happen in a democracy? Turkish Sultan Erdogan has dismissed criticisms of the vote by saying that the foreigners should know their place. Well, it's kind of like you should have known your place during the Dutch election.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
How many people are going to vote in Germany's next election? Good luck with your Sultante, Roach Bros. Good luck. Left-wing parasites are eager for a victory after 5 months of butt blasting, dumping $5.3 million into the Georgia special congressional election. They rallied behind John Ossoff, hoping that he would get at least 50% of the vote so he wouldn't have to run against a single candidate. Well, he only got 48% of the vote, and we'll see how he does once there aren't 10 Republicans on the ticket. Ossoff, you better pray that Soros gives you more of that minority money, so you don't shit the bed twice, you hollow-eyed whore. 4 white men were killed in Fresno, California this last week by a man named Corey Ali Muhammad. Corey's a girl's name, by the way. What could possibly have been his motive? Well, he turned himself into the police, and supposedly because he respects them. He went on to laugh about the shootings during his confession, and then the Associated Press reported that the man yelled, "God is great!" before the killings. Well, what he actually yelled was, "Allahu Akbar!" As if they thought that they could fool even one single person. AP, one day our patience will run out, and we will shut your dirty, lying mouths. Earlier this week, UK Prime Minister Theresa May had called for a general election on June 8th. May believes that the opposition parties within the parliament are sabotaging the Brexit negotiations and are sucking just way too many dicks to hold office, let alone run a campaign. The election will cement May's electoral mandate, since she had acquired her position when David Cameron resigned at the post. Now, how many times are these Britbongs going to win before they get sick of it? This almost feels like the Leave politicians just want to rub it in a third time. Well, I wholeheartedly approve. Jason, the Shark Chavez, has announced that he will not be running for public office in 2018, citing the 1,500 plus nights that he has spent away from his home since 2008. Hell, he may not even finish his term. Why? Why? If C-SPAN was run like ESPN, he would have the play of the game so often that you'd get sick and tired of seeing his shit. Now, although he may run again at some point, he is going to be spending more time with his family for the foreseeable future. Several media outlets have reported that he may begin to pursue a career in television. Fox News, make it happen, because these are dark times that we live in. And who will have the courage to tell the poor that they need to prioritize buying health insurance instead of that new iPhone that comes out every 6 fucking months? Longtime dead person Julian Assange may soon have new charges brought against him by the Justice Department. Well, wanted by the American government since 2010 for just about every espionage and conspiracy charge that exists. He's been staying in the Ecuadorian embassy since 2012, after Swedish tried to jail him for rape. Julian, I don't know if you did do it or didn't do it, but everybody knows that sex is only consensual in Sweden if she says no, and there's at least 3 refugees.
You're fucking a white male! Yes!
Assange claims that he feared extradition to the States if he returned to Sweden to face charges, and he has refuted that the allegations levied against him. Senpai Sam, let this one go. Just makes us look like assholes. Russia has moved troops and equipment to the North Korean border for the Great Nork Happening. In anticipation of the 6-hour Nork War, Ruskies are preparing to shoot on sight any starving refugees that may try to cross the border. Boy, when you take things into perspective, Trump's wall sure is racist. Well, within 30 days, the American Armada will also be in the peninsula. 150,000 slanty-eyed rice ravagers will have an itchy trigger finger, and the whole world will still be sick of Lil' Kim's shit, if he happens to stay alive throughout this ordeal. Well, one of 2 things is going to happen. Option 1. The only man in North Korea whose ribs you can't see while shirtless is going to fire a missile in under 1 day. The Nork state will be decimated. Option 2, Kim does nothing and the Nork people finally start to realize that glorious leader is gloriously bloated foodstuffs. Do these flat-faced peasants have the balls to take their country back from the man-let dynasty that has starved millions of them for decades? Let's hope so. Paris has suffered yet another terrorist attack. This time in Champs-Élysées. Big surprise! Well, one pork-averse person pulled up to a parked police vehicle and opened fire, killing the officer who had previously been deployed to the scene of the Bataclan attack that resulted in the deaths of 130 frogs. A bystander, 2 other police officers were wounded, and the attacker was thankfully killed while fleeing. Now, I say thankfully because torture is illegal in most countries. When are we going to start smiting the families of those perpetrators anyway? Muhammad might be a little less inclined to Allah Akbar if the consequences were never the same. And when are the frogs going to wake up to what is happening in their country? The latest terrorist attack is expected to have an impact on the French election. Following the attack, Le Pen has called for the closure of all mosques and deportation of all hate preachers. Basically, Muslims get the fuck out. It's almost like she doesn't want the French people to be eradicated. What a bigot. Vote Le Pen, frog bros, or you deserve eternal Batmans. A New York City Democrat by the name of Thomas Lopez Pierre has decided that it's time to name them. Now, I hate Democrats, but this man Twitter is a goldmine. I mean, seriously, how does he keep getting away with it? The man calls him like he sees him, and if he wasn't a Democrat, well, I'd say that he's our guy. This guy has used racial slurs, called a woman a political slut, which is just pretty fucking based. At least you never have to worry about where this guy stands. People took to the streets in Venezuela to demand new elections after the election was indefinitely postponed by the government in December. Now, it takes just about 4 months to get fed up with a dictatorship. 2 people are dead, and General Motors plant was seized by the people. When GM asked the government to help them in regaining control of the plant, the government helped by, well, taking control of the plant. How do you globalists feel about setting up multi-million-dollar factories in unstable shitholes now? Things are getting real for the Venezuelan people, and in South America, you better sort yourself out. Well, we here at the Right Wing News Network have never really liked PewDiePie. but this video is pretty amusing.
Hey guys, PewDiePie here. Death to all Jews. I want you to say after me, death to all Jews. And, you know, Hitler was right. I really opened my eyes to white power. And I think it's time that we did something about it. Death to all Jews. Like, fuck death to all Jews.
That's all the news that we cared to shitpost about this week. Like us, subscribe, and check us out next week. And with that, I'll leave you with the right man's happy thought of the week. Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl.